it's Pearl. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to speak to you guys about just a check-in of the KonMari Method and how I'm doing with it, and just give you guys some tips in case you want to go through the method yourself or are going through it right now yourself. So I'm opening up my home to you guys, and whenever someone does that, it's a vulnerable thing. You know, everyone, I guess, sees the common areas of my home, but they never see inside the closets, the laundry room, you know, every little intimate space in my home. So I am opening it up to you guys, and the reason why I'm doing this is not only to help myself, but I'm hoping that it's going to help you guys. I just remember I just didn't know where to start and what to do, so I'm hoping that my channel and this series, a KonMari series, will give you guys a starting point and just help you. I mean, we all can read the KonMari book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and we can all, you know, see for ourselves what she's saying, but it's how we interpret it. And she does say to declutter all at once. That doesn't mean that you have to pull out every single thing from your home and put it in a pile. She does say that you can do it by category if you have a lot of things. Now, if you guys have watched my previous videos of decluttering my clothing and my kids' clothing, I actually just broke it down into really small and simple categories that were manageable for me and my lifestyle. There are some things that I just want to point out to you guys in the method. The first thing is, her main concept is to declutter by category. So you are not going room by room and decluttering. You are cluttering by the categories that you're finding in your home. Now, within those categories, she does break it down further, and even still, you can break it down even further than what she's done. And I highly recommend that. Especially if you're like me with 3 kids, a business to run, just YouTube, and there's just so many things going on. It's hard to just, you know, pull out one category and leave it on the floor, and then sometimes we might not finish it in one day, and then our family's walking around and they're getting frustrated, you're getting frustrated. So sometimes that might not actually be a feasible idea. What I want to point out is that you can take with it what you want from it, okay? Just like anything else in life, you can take what makes sense to you, and what doesn't, and what doesn't work for you, you can discard. You don't have to, you know, if it doesn't make sense to you, you don't have to do it exactly to a T. The main point is that you declutter. And I think once you've decluttered and using her criteria of does it bring you joy, that's the main criteria and that's it, nothing else, then I think you will not relapse, okay? I think that, you know, and I'll let you guys know at the end of the method if, you know, if that's the case, and, you know, there is no relapse and things like that, and you guys will see as time goes on. I mean, there are some things I agree with, I mean, lots of things I agree with in her book, but then there are a lot of things that I don't agree with, so I won't be using those, and I'm going to do what works for me. Just like any other organizing guru that's out there, they may suggest things to you, but it may not work with your lifestyle, so you have to really take into consideration your own lifestyle, your own family, and the way your own brain works. Okay, if you're using the KonMari Method, it does not mean that you're a minimalist. Let's get that out of our head right now. The KonMari Method was not meant to target minimalists and to give them a tool to use to become a minimalist or to maintain a minimalist lifestyle. I keep hearing all over YouTube, and I mentioned I'm doing the KonMari Method to people, you know, the thing is that people think that I'm trying to be a minimalist. I can assure you that I am not trying to be a minimalist. I am not a minimalist in any way, shape, or form. I have things, and I like to have certain amounts of things. But, I mean, we have to strike a balance, and even though I like my things, I like to have, you know, not too many of those things where it starts to affect the quality of my life and what I want out of my life. And that's just mainly why I'm using her method. So to just go further with that, minimalists use the KonMari method as a tool to achieve their goal of being a minimalist, and that's all it is. So they're just using the book. It's a means to an end, and it nowhere in her book states that this book is to become a minimalist, or you have to live minimally or barely or whatever. And I have a video where I explained the KonMari method versus being a minimalist, and I'll link that up above in the cards, so you can just click on the I and you will see, you know, list of the videos. You can choose that video, or you can watch all of them, and then I'll put it in the description box down below, okay? But it's so important to recognize that, and I don't want anyone coming to my channel to think that I'm a minimalist. I am just tying by category, and that could help anyone. The next thing I want to say to you guys is just to let you know my experience and how I'm doing and where I'm at. So I am nearing the completion of the clothing category. I just have my kids' shoes, and then all of the girls in the house, including myself, all of our hair accessories and our jewelry, and that's it. I am done the clothing section, and so far I have to say I am happy with how it's going, and it's helping me to, it does help me by starting with the clothing category. It is helping me to hone in my intuition, my skills, so to find what I love and what I don't love. Sometimes it's hard to remember where I've put things. So occasionally I will come across things, and then I'll have to deal with it at that time. And I think that's a reason why Marie Kondo suggests that any storage that you do is temporary. So don't start setting up systems and organizing things like perfectly until you're done the whole method, because of this fact that you could be finding things and then having to add to them. And if you've already arranged your things, you've got to kind of start all over. And also too, she mentions that stopping to figure out where to store things just interrupts the decluttering process, and it's just going to take you that much longer. So I am trying, but it's very tempting, very, very tempting for me to start organizing, especially since before I started I had ideas about what I wanted, how I wanted things organized, and I even bought bins, and which was the wrong thing to do. I know that now, but I bought bins, and I bought little things to organize the jewelry and things like that. And so I will try to still use them, but for the most part I'm going to wait till the end. But it is so tempting. Some things that I am taking away from her method is, number one, her folding. Okay, I have been folding her way for a while, so for me it's not anything new. It's not something that's hard for me, and I can see the benefits. And I can tell you right now that folding your clothes actually gives you much more space in your drawers. It does. It does. The only thing that is different in the KonMari method is her way of color coding. So from dark to light, and the fabrics from heavy to lightest. Okay, so I'm learning that from her, and it really does make a difference. I am seeing a difference in the way I can find things and the way it makes me feel, the overall feel of the drawer. The other thing that the method does is that it allows me to see just how much I have, if it's a lot or not a lot, and it allows me to adjust. And it's also helping me to take better care of my things because they're not just being thrown about. They're actually being organized and kept in an orderly fashion. No stress is being put on them. For example, the socks are being folded in such a way that the elastics are not being stretched. That's just one example. I think there's another example with the purses that she gives in her book, and I totally agree. I know that my bags get stretched and start looking warped when there are heavy things in them, and then I hang them up, and if I just take them out and leave them to rest for a little, I can start to see the bag take shape again. So lastly, I just wanted to reiterate the main points of her method is to tidy by category, see what brings you joy, that's the criteria, and don't start organizing until you finish the whole process. I hope you guys will give it a try if you guys are not already, and if you guys are, let me know in the comment box below where you guys are in the method and how you guys are finding it. I hope you guys will tune in next time for my next video. Please subscribe so you don't miss it, and hit the bell button so that you'll be notified when I do post it. I post on Tuesday and Friday, but they may be at different times, so just hit that bell and you'll be notified. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and be well until I see you again. Bye.